Back at 6:42, imagine having to start a GoFundMe campaign just to pay your huge water bill.
This happened to a Houston College professor. KPRC 2 investigator Amy Davis is sharing his story as she investigates Houston water billing issues to help you avoid the same pricey problem. Amy, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, that has been our point all week, is sort of highlighting stories of what is happening to others, and hopefully you can take some away from that. So Robert Gagnon is a theology professor at Houston Christian University, but during breaks he goes back home to his family in Pittsburgh. But last summer, while he was gone, the water department billed him more than $8,000 in about 6 weeks.
When Robert Gagnon is in Houston at this small home near Houston Christian University, he doesn't use much water, usually less than 1,000 gallons a month. He locked up and left for his home in Pittsburgh last summer.
So I thought, what could go wrong? Well, obviously I found out what could go wrong.
When he returned to the house at the end of August,
I could hear the water from the moment I came in the house.
he heard his toilet running.
This is the culprit. Yeah, I thought, well, I'm going to have a slightly bigger water bill this month.
That was an understatement.
And I opened up the bill and I saw, $5,800 some odd dollars. Obviously, I was stunned.
For June, the bill showed he used 55,000 gallons. 9 days later, on July 14th, a second meter read showed he used another 42,000 gallons of water.
Who could possibly use that amount of water in a matter of a few weeks?
Even the water department was suspicious because Gagnon says a representative told him they sent a meter reader in person to check the high readings on July 5th. But the city didn't alert him in a few hours or even a few days. On August 11th, the city sent a high water usage letter by mail. Gagnon didn't see the alert until he returned to Houston on August 25th.
You would maybe expect some sort of notification other than a snail mail letter.
That's right.
The city says customers can choose how they want the water department to send bills and alerts. They say Gagnon chose snail mail.
And when we have specific instructions on ways to communicate, that is the only way that we can reach out to those customers.
When Gagnon asked the city for some help reducing the bill,
You need to fill out this leak adjustment form. But they said, well, it won't do any good. Okay, so I have to fill out a form, but it won't do any good.
that's right. The water department does consider reducing some unusually high bills caused by water leaks, but toilet leaks are the only kind of leak not considered for a leak adjustment. When Gagnon students heard he was stuck with bills totaling $8,200, they set up this GoFundMe account to help the professor. The city got the money. Gagnon's got a message for the city.
Be willing to compromise a little bit in the situation to help others. A little bit of humanity might be helpful.
So the takeaway here is that you should check your own account to make sure that alerts are sent to your email or your phone by text message and not just regular snail mail. We've put a link for how you can do that on click2houston.com, and also on our website you can see the water bill changes that you can expect and the rest of our drained series that we've covered all week.
So interesting. And for me, that's a little backwards because I've always went with the snail mail because I'm so worried about being scammed digitally.
Exactly. And so Carol Haddock, when we interviewed her, said she thinks you can set it up for both to still get the paper bills. But I mean, if you want to get the paper bills, you're thinking like, wait, can I do the paper bills and then the usage alerts by text message or email? She says you can do it both ways.
Okay.
So we're going into kind of
Cover yourself however you can.
exactly.
All right.
Thank goodness for those students.
Right.
Helping them out. All right, Amy, thanks.